Hello, this is Kylie from Hello Crafter, and today I'm going to show you how to make this whale spinner card. So you open it up and you have a whale spinning inside this window here. So here are the cut pieces that you need for the card. Just a standard size A5 scored in half for your card base. There's a matte layer, which is the Pretty Peacock, and that measures 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. And a white mat, which is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres. They will just go on the front of the card. Then this piece, which is the pool party section, it's the same length as the A5 card. So it's a bit smaller than the card base. And I've scored this at 5.5, 10.5 and 15.5 centimetres. Then I've used the largest oval die from the stitch die set to create a window, and the spare piece I've then embossed with the old world paper embossing folder to make it look a bit like water. Next I've used the whale punch to punch out 3 whale shapes, and this piece goes along the belly of the whale. And then there are 3 tiny black eyes. I've also punched out some of these splash shapes as well to go on the card later. And the first thing we need to do is stick these pieces on our whales, ready? And I just need to make sure that I have 2 of my whales facing each other, because they will want to stick together to make a double-sided whale. So I'll just get these pieces stuck on. So this one is for the front of the card, so I'll just put that to one side and we'll just keep these out for a moment. Bring back our folded pool party piece with the window, and if we flip it over, so the fold is a mountain fold there, and that's going to the front. If we flip it over to the back, we need to attach our whale using some cotton thread just here. So place one whale in the centre of this window facing down, then lay the cotton over the card aligned with the fold, so then you know that the whale is centred in that window. I'm going to put a piece of sticky strip down onto the whale, because I know this will stick the cotton really well. So you place that there, make sure it's in the centre, and peel off the backing. And then I can stick my cotton down lined up with the fold, so I know that that's centralised. If I just place a little bit more glue on the rest of the whale, I can put the top piece on, and the cotton will hopefully stick really well in between the front and the back of the whale. Just stick that really well down. So this cotton now needs to be stuck down onto the card, but it needs to be quite tight. So if you just use a piece of your sticky strip, I just find this really strong. You could use sellotape, and I'm just going to stick that down, press it down really well, put another little piece on above that. I'm not going to remove the backing, I'm just going to leave it like that. and then pull this tight, pull the bottom piece of cotton tight, and use a little bit more tape to secure that bottom piece. A little bit more just for good measure. And then I can see that it spins really nicely there. It's tight enough. Just fold that over again just so that it reinforces the fold where the tape is. If you're worried about the backing coming off the tape, just cover that with a little piece of sellotape because it'll be hidden, you won't be able to see it. And then I can just trim off this excess cotton. Can do the front of our card now actually before we stick this on. So we've got our spare whale there and this piece. We've got some splashes we can stick on. We have some of the clear enamel dots you can put on here, and you can also stamp a sentiment. So I'll do that now, and I'll just finish off the front of this card. So inside the card, I just want to decorate with some of these die cut seaweeds, and these are from the Sailing Home die set actually. So I'm just going to cut this one in half, just so that I can put a piece on either side of the fold, and they'll go behind this window. So I'll just glue those down. And then I can glue this down now. So you can see that there is a 1 centimetre gap on either side on the top and the bottom, and we want to create that same border around the sides as well. So if you just lay that out, and you will find that the central fold isn't flat against the card. It's sort of 3D there. So the best idea is to put a bit of glue just on the back of this panel here, and then stick it down so that there's an even border around the top, side and bottom, just by eye. Make it as even as possible. So you've got that border, and then you can do the same on this side. Put the glue down and just stick it with an even border. Make sure it's stuck down. So it doesn't lay flat, you'll see it's risen up, but when it's folded in, your whale just pokes out a little bit, but it means that it can freely spin when it's open. And then we can just add a little bit more decoration to the inside of the card. Have some more splashes. And then you can add your gems as well. And as you finish card, what you do is you wind it round about 20 times. And then close it up carefully. Just tuck him in. You pop him in the envelope, and then the person that opens it will open it up to reveal the spinning whale inside. So I hope you enjoyed that video and you found it useful. please message me if you have any problems, and I will be more than happy to help.